use it on your car as well?
Yeah, you can use it on your car. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No. So, camper corner, I think is what we're calling it. So 4 different campers. We've got some Japanese conversions, some VWs, a slightly newer version of the VW, a slightly older version of the VW. We've got a lovely 8-foot wide one. We'll have a look at this 8-foot wide one. So this is new in, we've not seen this before. This is literally just come in part exchange, 21,995, 2023. Have a look in there, this is nice. And you like the wall colouring, the wallboard in this, don't you?
Yeah, I like the wallboarding
so
in this.
Swift Arla, is it called, the wallboarding?
I'm not sure, because they reckon that finished in 2018. I couldn't find out exactly what this one is. It looks similar.
Yeah, this is sort of in our lorry build, and on Friday's video, if you saw the video, painting is commencing. So I've got the front painted, pretty much got the back painted, got the side just to finish off, and then I've got a bit of repair work on the other side. We'll speak about that another time.
It's a nice van, this. It's very sort of clean lines and spacious and not fussy.
That 8-foot wide makes a big difference, doesn't it? So yeah, really nice van, to be fair. Lovely colours, nice layout. Again, being the 8-foot wide, the bed can pull out, it can sort of pull out and put the extra bits in. If I don't know whether you do that, to be honest. I think they're more for the bed, aren't they? We figured out last time that they were for the bed, for the front
bed.
I was looking at that as though it was for the bed on the side and saying that you can pull it out slightly. You don't. That stays as it is. So you've always got proper amount of workspace around the end of the bed, which is what causes the issue when it's the side island bed. When it's the shorter van, well, not so wide, you do this round the end of the bed, and it sort of defeats the object of having an island bed to walk around, because you can't walk around it when your bedding's on. So this is very nice that's just come in.
Weight?
Well, what?
What's the weight of it?
Oh, the weight of it! I thought you meant weight. Stop. 1650.
Right.
21,995. So yeah, good. It is a little bit heavier, but again, because obviously being the 8-foot wide, and obviously Swift moved on to the fiberglass panels front and back, which had added a little bit more weight, but obviously are a lot better than the older plastic ones. So it just adds that bit of weight. The sort of extra bit of weight from the fiberglass panels is far better to have that bit of weight than the plastic panels cracking and causing you issues. So nice van. Our trim central heating was blown out.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at that weight, because there's only
3. Yeah, so it is the Sprite spec, but obviously it's a special edition. This was from Broad Lane again, that unfortunately went out of business, wasn't it? So busy old week again. I think again, if you saw Friday's video, the one camper went.
Wait a minute, I can't hear you all the way out there.
Give it a pull. That's it. Give it a pull. So the one camper went. We had a little Partex come in, the little VW, which is why now we've got camper corner. Looks like we've actually got a fair few campers. Now I'm going to do a separate video on this, but we're going to have a quick look at it. Quite nice with the red. What's nice? I don't think it was the Sport line. I'm sure it wasn't the Sport line. I think they've just been put on
stickers.
So value for money is how I should say this. But then it has got the Sport line seats. To be fair, they are the Sport. I need to check the spec on this. I did the check on your car, didn't I? But I think the back seats have been matched, so I don't think it was a Sport line spec. I think it is.
Is this going to be one of these videos where you get everything wrong because you haven't researched it properly?
Yeah.
They don't swivel, do they, those front seats?
They do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do. I'm just trying to figure out why we've got all the lights on and no light switches on. You can tell I've spent, look at that, little coat hanger. Coat hanger? I quite like that coat hanger. So I think that must be running off the front lights. When you open the door, they just automatically come on.
Oh yeah, it's just that light there.
Yeah. So when we want to put some power on, we put our power on, we put our lights on, put our auxiliary on, and then I haven't got a clue where any of the switches are or anything in this. Rock and roll bed as normal. That does something, but not a lot. Leisure. Water pump. I don't reckon that we've got any
battery.
Yeah, got no got no thing on there for any lights. We've got no leisure battery on at the minute, but yeah, that will slide and spin round. You can tell I've not even been in this properly, can't you? But yeah, that'll spin round so you can turn it round. Rock and roll bed as normal. The top falls down. It doesn't fall down, but it pulls down. And then the little bit on here actually slides across to infill. So if you've got some naughty kids, you can put them up there, lock them up there and not let them down.
That's good, isn't it?
So yeah, that works quite nicely. So yeah, once I've actually had a look at this and figured out, because it's got a little diesel heater as well.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, so that's the... Well, I'm presuming that that's what it is. So it's got the diesel heater in as well, 2 burners, sink. We've got to put a proper
gas box
in this. Come and have a look around this other side. This is the problem with campers when they're sort of professionally converted, but not professionally converted. Not professionally converted to the standards that they should be. So we have got proper gas hose. So it is proper gas hose.
Naughty, naughty.
But the actual gas bottle isn't in a proper cage or a proper container. So we will fit in a proper little gas box that's sealed and vented through the floor. And luckily, they've already put a little vent in there for us so that we can go through nice and easily. But water, wastewater. So it does everything that you need it to. A little bit of TLC, so it's got a little bit of rust on the edges, a couple of little marks, 150,000 miles, but it's going to be 21 grand, which for a little VW 2012 with good service history, good tyres, little camper conversion that's nice, not a bad price at all. Sport and fun, so I've got to actually just send the email about that, just to...
Oh, that was dirty, wasn't it, on the roof?
Yes. Yeah, so we're just getting on top of all the roofs again. We've got some special stuff to put on the roof that we're trying, and we've tried it on this roof and we're going to see how it goes. So towards the end of the video I'll show you that special stuff that we've been putting on the roof that makes life a lot easier, dead easy to apply, and I might even show you how we do that. Little Olympus. So again, we're working our way to the back at the minute now to get all these cleaned off, because these are now starting to, with trees and all the road. It's surprising how dirty off the road the vans get. So nice family van. We've just had a nice 6-berth, which is similar to this, but the Sprite version. So if you can imagine, this is flipped round the other way. So your door's up here, and then this is over this side, and then your bunk beds are over that side, and your washroom's over that side, and that's the Sprite version. So that's just being PDI'd over at Garden Village, and then we'll bring that over here for sale, and that is going to be about 13 grand. If I remember right, 12, 13 grand, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Nice price range Caravan.
This, yeah, 10.5 grand, this is lovely. This is a very nice one.
That's money you're not going to get back, you know.
Oh no, you're never going to get that back. Somebody said on TikTok, once you've bought a caravan, that's it, your money's gone. I said, well, what happens when you go on holiday abroad? Those pictures that you take, they're very expensive, aren't they? Because that's all you've got when you come back. So it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts. Today, our little tip, one thing that we haven't done in all of our checks, checking the tyre, checking the torque nuts pressure.
Well, you should have saved that till they sent us that torque wrench.
Yeah, I know, but we'll do it again once we've got that torque wrench, and we might even raffle the torque wrench off or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Something that is really worth doing, that I wasn't going to do yet, but I am doing now, is checking the torque on your wheel nuts. So if it's been in for service, it's locked.
Oh, just eat a nice Magnum ice cream.
Oh, I need to get the keys. Little part exchange, but yeah, checking the wheel nut torques. We need to make sure that before we travel, if we've had the van sit there sort of over the winter, if we've had it serviced, after 30 miles after service, we should be rechecking our torque on our wheel nuts. Alloys, typically 110 to 130 newton meters, and if the steel wheels, which we don't see that often but we do occasionally, 88 newton meters. Let me grab the keys for that and we'll have a look at that little cheapie that's just come in. So little bit of stuff that we're using at the minute. got the Bluetti as well. Again, if you've missed Friday's video, link coming up for it now, and we looked at the brand new Elite 200 V2 Bluetti. Really good little power bank, 2 kilowatts of battery power, nice outlets and everything. Really good little system, and there's a new charger out for those as well. So if you missed Friday's video, go and have a look at it. What we are doing with our roofs is we're using Genichem ceramic snow foam. So as we now go around and we're washing the pitch off and new vans come in and we give them a full clean, we're coating the roof with this ceramic snow foam. So once we've cleaned it all up, we're then spraying the roof with our little snow foam sprayer. Best way to put it, snow foam spray. Literally coat the roof up, leave it on for about 2 to 4 minutes, and then we wash it off again. And that is giving around about 3 months of protection on the roof.
Do you dilute that, or is it
yes neat? So literally we put in that much of the actual chemical, because this is like 60 odd quid.
I was going to say
and then
expensive.
The rest is water, so we're not using huge amounts, and that will do about 3 normal roofs or 2 twin axle roofs.
That pot?
That pot, yeah.
Can you buy a smaller?
No, I think it was about that, yeah. It was like quite expensive, but that's what we're doing with our roofs now, so that when they come to go out, they're a lot easier to clean. Once they've come in, we can just coat it all up, and that, as I say, they reckon about 3 months of protection. So we're only just using it now just to find out. But
can you do the sides as well?
Very
if
good.
You've got one
you
at
can
home?
Yeah, so if you was doing your own van, obviously do the sides and everything, and it's like a ceramic coating, but it needs to be topped up then every 3 months. But through the season you could wash it off a couple of times and then give it a good coating up over the winter, and then by the time you come to it next year, it should just be a quick wash off and then coat it back up again. So we'll let you know how we get on with this.
Can you use it on your car as well?
Yeah, you can use it on your car. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No. For caravans. Caravans only.
It's not very nice, is it?
You can't use it now.
Well, that's not very fair.
No. Exactly. So something that I'm going to try and show you next week. We've built. It's Andy in the workshop, to be fair. We've built a new test rig for checking our 230 12-volt systems. So a couple of weeks ago, that you found very boring. A lot of people found it very exciting.
Did they?
So on the Swift control panel, which is similar to how when we do a service we can sort of check the ampage draws of all the different items that we're looking at and using, and then we get an idea of that things are doing what they should be doing. It doesn't replace actually sort of checking them, because say for instance on your fridge the element can be working but it's not actually cooling down, so but it tells us first that the element is working. It tells us quickly whether the fire is working or whether it's drawing the ampage that it should be doing, and the readings that we're getting are correct. We still have to run things up, and obviously it doesn't replace doing a proper run up, but what we've always done in the workshops is that just to give us a quick idea and a quick indication that things are doing what they should or shouldn't be doing, is an ampage draw. So we put a little wire, little test wire basically on the mains input.
And get him to explain it.
No. So what Andy's done is built himself a little test rig. So basically we plug the mains lead in, plug the other end into the Caravan, and that actually does everything all safely without just having to mess about with a mains lead or a separate lead for testing. So really good. So next week we might look at that. It's a workshop thing, so it's for use in workshops only. It's not something that you'd use yourself, but for caravan workshops we're just looking at whether we go, oh actually we could make these units and we could sell them. The royal we, you see. So yeah, nice little Partex that's just coming.
This is an odd layout.
It's a good little layout, this is, but an older one, but a good little layout. Have a look at the front shelf though, unfortunately. Have a look at that front shelf. So a lot of damp. The rest of it, now I'll say the rest of it, all the sides don't seem too bad for damp, but then let me look. Let me show you at the back under the bed. Oh, you can't see the daylight today.
What do you mean you can't see?
You can't see the daylight today.
Oh my gosh, was there a hole in it that much that you could see daylight?
Pretty much.
Oh, this is the. Oh, crikey.
So,
Yeah,
oh, can you see the daylight? Oops.
Steady here, I'll pass the camera.
So,
I'm not getting
let's have a look. So, I think you might be able to see a bit of daylight there. You shouldn't be able to see daylight there. So, very, very damp. You can see the marks on the boarding around there. So, little old spares repairs van. Again, it's a shame, and with somebody that sort of is handy, not handy, handy.
Handy.
It would be a cracking little van. There's a little awning with it, set toilet, hot and cold water. I don't know if everything works because we've not checked it yet. It's got a motor mover as well.
Oh my gosh.
So, a really, really cheap microwave. Little starter van.
When you say cheap?
I've not priced it yet.
Oh.
I've not priced it yet. I need to go into full details on it. So, be about a week before they've collected the new van, and this will actually then go for sale. But look at those cushions. They're lovely.
So what would you do to stop that hole getting worse in the corner? Where do you reckon?
It needs cutting out from underneath.
Oh, you couldn't just seal something and
Not
just
really,
leave
no.
it?
No, it needs cutting out from underneath, cutting out above, putting new boards in, and then actually fixing what the leak is that's caused it, which is probably off the awning rail, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, not a bad little van, is it, that? Apart from the damp.
Yeah.
So, good little starter van for somebody. So that'll be coming on sale properly in a couple of weeks, basically. Another little spares repairs. Somebody had an argument with me last week that this wasn't damp, and I said it is. He says it's not damp. I says it is. He says, why are you selling it that it's damp? I says because it's damp.
Why did they argue that it wasn't?
I don't know. I said this is the wrong way around. I says, well, I should be arguing with you to say no, it's not damp, and you should be saying yeah, it is. So yeah, it was a funny one. So
did you show them on the meter, or can you see without the meter?
You can feel it. You don't need a damp meter to like sort of the wall boarding's bobbled, and then as you sort of put your hand down there, you can feel it go soft. Yeah. But yeah, literally.
It's probably because it doesn't smell damp, does it, when you walk in
and
it?
again,
That one did.
sometimes when you walk into vans, you can't tell what they sort of damp. But yeah, a really good little van that's cheap.
Is it just that one little bit of damp?
I think that was the main bit on it. The carpet needs, the bed mattress needs a good clean. They've tried to clean it, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
And then it's just left the stains on there. So, but yeah, a little cheap van for what it is. $4,995, so it's not a cheap van, but it's a 2007 with a tiny bit of damp and a really, really good service history and everything as well on that. So
you just reseal that rail.
Yeah.
Just to stop it getting worse.
Yeah. So yeah, this week's tip: roof. That Jennichem looks very, very good. As we've sort of been going round and doing other roofs, and they've sort of kept an eye on it, whacked a bit of water on there, etc. It's been beading off really, really well. So it seems to be doing a really good job of protecting the roof. And again, we'll see over this next few months how that performs on all the different. Lots of interest in the VW.
We've already had 2 lots on that already, and it only came on sale today.
Yeah, lots of interest in that. So yeah, we'll see how that performs over the next couple of months and see how it lasts on different things. But yeah, that's what we're going to start doing on all of the sales vans as they come in. We're going to try and get on top of the pitch to get everything all done like that, and then do those. Torque. So, as I said, alloy wheels, roughly 110 to 130 Newton meters. Sticker should say on the side of the van if it's a new one. If not, go to about 120 for a middle ground. Will be about somewhere close if you've not got a sticker or there's nothing in your book. Steel wheels, 88 Newton meters. So, good check to do. Make sure those alloys and steel wheels are torqued up correctly. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this little sort of whiz around. Bit different camper corner, and then hopefully there's another motorhome coming in a week or 2, so keep your eye. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, drop the comments in, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching on Mark and the Caravan.